some of the other common mistakes that you see family offices making when it comes to technology?
Along that same line, and one of my first recommendations is don't do it alone. And I'm not saying you have to have consultants for every leg of the way,
Yeah,
but you really need to do a self-assessment. We all have these internal comfort and bias on how we work and operate. And when you're making this leap, right, you're deciding to implement technology for a reason. You have these goals, you're building for the future, you want scalability, you want growth. You really need to make sure that your people are looking internally at the processes. What are you really trying to achieve at the end? And then kind of build backwards and not try to buy a new tool and plug it into how you
right,
operate today. That is
right.
the biggest mistake.
It's good. This is the way we always done it, right? That mindset, and then buying new technology and just keep on doing the same thing, right?
Even Mark, on the investments and the GL piece, right? Talking about coming back to our theme of best in breed and integration. These tools are good at what they do. Don't try to rewrite an investment book of record into QuickBooks. I mean, firms have spent tens and millions of dollars and not achieved that. It's a little bit of an exercise in futility. I understand that the information and the data that is required, but learn how to leverage those platforms for what they're meant for and what they're good at, and you're going to end up at a better endpoint and product.
I would agree that I do think sometimes there is a little over reliance on what I call retail software that is just not meant to be, multi-entity, doesn't have the controls in place. I think you look at obviously multi-entity general ledger for consolidations, but also, bill pay is another one of those areas, right? Where it doesn't have, the retail solutions aren't meant for, somebody paying bills on behalf of somebody else, segregation of duties, the person entering the bill isn't the person that's approving it. It's those concepts aren't built into those products. And you see that one is they're cheap, but two, they're quick to get up. I think that's part of it, right? It isn't necessarily a cost mindset, because in the long run, I think it ends up costing them more money with the total cost of ownership. But they stand it up real quick, and then
Well,
you
and they're
know the
also they're fairly easy to use because they
yeah,
have limited feature set. And that goes back to don't be afraid to invest in learning, having your people learn how to use the tools that are appropriate. Again, don't settle for something because you're
because you
worried
know it.
that
Yeah,
because right.